Okay, so here's the whole thing here. I've got a new used manifold. I have affixed the plunger here. I've put this seal back on, and the one that's sort of down here on my prior manifold, I had just put those on there as unsealed anything. So I think there was the source of my air leak. I've since put gasket material inside and then put it onto those nipples, those air induction, whatever the hell it was, and I think I've secured the source of my air leak. So without further ado, and I've primed the carburetor. I've got in the gut and electric pump. Without further ado, let's give it a shot. You fucker! Try it again. Rot in hell, you little piece of crap. That's about 1,500 RPM. Okay, well, let's get it going again. Have to choke off.
We are closed.
Yep. That's about as good as I can get. Here's how it sounds. It's about where it should be, too. Alright, so here's an issue that we've discovered. I've got my friend here from Italy. Ciao, ciao.
Ciao.
And we're looking at the instruction sheet on how to set this thing up. When this is all the way down, the float should be at 1 5/8 inches, which I have my feeler gauge set for. And sure as shit, 1 5/8 inches. It was much too low, meaning I was getting no fuel into the dang carb at low RPMs. This might be my major issue. And you can also see I've got some verdigris that I had scraped off. Not a good sign. That means I've got some water in my gas, which is troublesome. Very troublesome. So once I'm done with this, I'm going to pull the jets out, hose them down again with air and carb cleaner. Hopefully I don't have any other issues, but god damn. Okay, here's something that we had just discovered messing with the accelerator pump, which is here. This is a little nozzle there. On the other one, it wouldn't put out anything. Now it does. The other one on the carburetor rebuilt by Pierce Manifolds, thank you very much, was clogged solid. Solid. This one is off a spare carburetor and now it's working correctly. Okay, today's day 2 of my little journey of fixing my dang carburetor finally. Today's the big reveal. This is the old manifold. I had put a cap over this and I didn't seal it, so I had a big air leak. I had, you can see there, good daylight in there, only a cap over that without sealing it. Major air leak right there. And didn't have a plunger there. So, you know, lots of air leaks. Before, I was unable to, or I am unable to, mess with anything regarding my choke. If I put the choke in, it doesn't run. So yesterday, Fabrizio and I had adjusted the float, got a bunch of verdigris and crap off the float, which led me to believe I've got water in my tank. So I've also emptied my tank and put new gas in there. Let's see, what else did we do? Both jets, the idle jet and the high-speed jet, left and right sides were plugged. Let me pause, I'll pull one out. Okay, so here's the other carb, my spare one, and I took the jets out of this thing and made them nice and pretty. This is what I was looking at. Let's see if this will, and it's not gonna, goddamn thing. Anyway, here's the idle jet on the left side, and I think it's the left side. And you can, if it would freaking, god damn it, if it'll focus. Yeah, it's my damn cell phone. Anyway, on the side, you can see holes. There it is, right there. See if I can, there we go. Right there. So those two holes were not plugged, but the hole on the end was. That end. See if I can zoom in there. Yeah, right there. And it's still plugged. So I've soaked this in carb cleaner and other junk and can't get it to clear out, so, you know, there we go. I put the known good ones. I was able to blow air through both sides, up and down, and, you know, laterally, etc., through them, and we'll see how that works out. So, in theory, with cleared out jets, nice and clean jets, this thing should run. I have also taken this off. This is off the quote good carburetor. That's the accelerator pump injection circuit. This thing is also plugged solid. I would have thought that somebody would have checked that. Pierce Manifolds would have checked that. And where's that lid? Here we go. When this is horizontal or is vertical like this, that gap between the float and the gasket should be 5/8, I think, or a 1/4 inch, whatever it was on the tech data sheet. We adjusted that thing. It was wildly off. And when it's hanging down this way, it should be 1 1/4 inches, and it was also wildly off. So my float wasn't allowing regular amounts of gasoline to get into the engine at the correct times. At idle, it just didn't do it. So I had a bad float setting. This is the other, you know, off of this one here. I had a bad float setting. I had no injection pump, clogged injection pump, clogged jets on both sides, and I more or less took the carburetor apart and cleaned out everything. So no idea what the hell. If I did have water in my gas, it wouldn't have run at all, or I would have had water lock, and I would have ruined my engine, which I never did that. So I question whether the friggin' float was even looked at. Who knows? I haven't fiddled with until now. So without much further ado, let's head on over. Took the little goober out, and hopefully we've got a good news story. No choke at first. Well, son of a bitch. Okay, so that was me killing it on purpose. It's probably 45 degrees outside right now, no choke, and it started. And you'll notice that when I was fiddling with the accelerator, or with the actuator there, it actually revved up, which means that I've got gas going from the accelerator pump into the carburetor. The other one, prior to me pulling it apart, it didn't do it. So I checked timing last night, or checked timing before last night, and it was good to go. I'll check timing next. I think I'm set. Honestly, I think I'm good to go. So hell yeah.